Welcome to the third video in GIMP series. In this video, we are going to learn about layers. This is the default screen that you see in the GIMP when you open a new image. Right? When you create a new image, you are seeing a canvas that is white and it is displayed here right in the corner with the text saying background. So what you are seeing is a rectangle in white color of which the size you must have defined here. Okay, so whatever you are seeing is displayed as a background text. So the name given to this first layer is background by default. If in case you are not seeing this section in your GIMP, you can enable by going to Windows, Dockable Dialogs, Layers. So in case this is hidden, you can enable it. So by default, you will see the background layer on which of course you can paint anything, draw anything, you can write anything. Okay. But what if we want to create more layers? And first of all, why we need layer in the first place when you have a canvas ready where you can do anything? Layers allows you to create really interesting graphics. It can help you make some complicated designs, and it also helps you to create files that are flexible. You can easily edit designs if you have created each object in a different layer. What these things mean, you will understand them. First, let us see what the layers are. Layers are actually, you can say that they are like pages of a notebook or a copy stacked one over each other. So if we can say that this background is the bottommost page of a copy, and if we create more layers, then they will be like a papers stacked over this page. So if we create a new layer, you can do it by clicking on this icon, create new layer icon, or going to layer menu and new layer. So this will ask you for some layer options. Let's say you create a new layer by selecting white. So white you have selected, that means you have created one more layer. And if we talk about our previous example of a notebook paper, so you have kept a white page on top of your background page. So there are two pages now, and you must have noticed that we have made some green color mark using a brush, and that is not visible anymore. So that is obvious. If you write something over a page and you keep a white page over that page, you can't see what you have written on that previous page. So it's what you are seeing is a bird eye view of papers stacked one over each other. Let's make some mark over this page, some more colorful random design, and let's make one more page, this time using this icon, and we have made one more page. So again we are seeing a white canvas because we have a white layer on top of our second layer. Okay, you can also move the layers position. You can select the layer and click on this icon to move it on top portion, or you can bring it back to a lower position using this. So let's click on this icon and move our middle layer to the top position. See, so now our page is on top and there is no other page or no other layer on top of it, so we are seeing what we have drawn on it. So hope you have understood this. There is one more type of layer that you can create, and that will allow you to see what is below that layer. Imagine keeping a sheet of clear glass on top of your page that has something written on it. Even there is a sheet of glass, you can still see what was written on the page because the glass is transparent, it's see-through. Similarly, you can create a transparent layer. we select transparency. So although we have a layer now, but we are still seeing what we have created in our third layer, right? And of course we can draw something on this transparent layer. It works just like a regular white or solid colored layer. Let's draw something. Let's draw something in different color. Okay, so what we have drawn is on transparent layer. Okay, you can see this by moving this layer. Let's try to move it, and you can see our layer is moving. The content below is static, but the design that we have created on transparent layer is moving. And let us just understand why this whole rectangle is moving all together. Because by default, when you draw something on layer, it takes the whole canvas as a image, but you can crop it to the content, whatever the content is. In our case, the content is just these blue and pink random lines. Okay, and it is smaller than the size of the canvas. It is not occupying the whole canvas, so why not make it crop to content? So of course you can do it by going to layer and crop to content. Now see these dotted lines, they are on the margin of the content. Now only the content is moving, not the whole layer. Okay, so you can see the benefit of making a transparent layer. In a more proper example, let's create another document and say you have a page with a logo on top of it, and you have added some text. Okay, so you have added the text, and let's merge it down. Okay, so we have created everything: a logo, a round shape logo, a text, everything on the background. What if someone asks you to move this logo to the right hand corner? You can't do it, or it will be a very complex method by first selecting this, then copying it, then pasting it here, then filling this space with blue color. It will be complicated and will not get a very fine result. What if we did this task in a separate layer? Let's try one more time, but this time we will be using layers. So we create a blue page, and this time we create a transparent layer. Okay, and we create one more layer. Okay, so we have our text, and we have our text that is right here in front of you, and as you can see that we are free to move it anywhere on our canvas. We have our logo, and before moving the logo you must understand that we have to actually select the layer in which the logo was made. In our case it was sandwiched between, so we select our middle layer, and as you can see we can freely move this logo anywhere on the canvas. Okay, and we can come back to our text and move it on the left. So you can see it's quite easy now. You can just change the graphics by just moving the objects in your design. So layers makes things really easy, and using layers you can create some interesting graphics. Again, coming back to our previous example of pages of notebook stacked on top of each other representing layers. What if you make a cutout on top of the page using a blade or something? What you see what is in the page below it. Similarly, you can make a cutout in these layers also, and what you will see is what was below that layer. So let's make a cutout in our green logo. Let's come back to our logo layer and select a circle and adjust the circle and make a cutout. We have selected this portion. Let's go to edit and cut. So what you see is a ring shape. Why a ring shape? Because you see the blue color visible, which is coming from the background layer, because we have made a cutout. So hope you have understood the concept of layers in GIMP and enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.